it deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bond stands alone. Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Tap Room Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan. Stacks on stacks on stacks, lads. Join with my guys, Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson, and Swerving Irving Washington. How we doing tonight, fellas?
I want to go outside in the rain.
Fuck, man, I'm gonna blow away if I go outside in the rain. Jesus Christ, going from one house to another with no power.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
We don't have those problems out here in Vegas.
Got a nice new background tonight because the regulars got no power.
Looks nice, though. Looks nice. I like it.
It's classy.
It's
classy.
What's that in the back right there?
Which one?
That bridge looking thing.
That's Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh,
you're not. Not from here. But yeah, that's Golden Gate.
I know what the Golden
It's a
Gate
historical
Bridge is.
landmark. You better know what the fuck that is.
Bro, that's the most overrated historical landmark on God's green earth.
It's a window outside. That's what, if I turn around, that's what I look at. That's the sun too at 9:30 at night.
Sheesh.
Oh,
Man, I read an article today. They said the poverty line in San Francisco in 2026 is gonna be 182,000.
Jesus Christ. That's insane, bro.
Shit's crazy.
That's if we still have an economy by then.
Yeah.
Shit might be caked by then.
Well, I mean, at least what is it? First Republic came back today. A lot of the banks came back today, so
Okay.
Because everyone's buying low, and then they're just gonna dump them.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be. It's a mess, bro. It's a mess.
Absolutely.
It is an absolute mess. But we're not here to talk about that because we're not experts in the banking industry. I certainly am not, but it's been interesting to follow. With that being said, we are being brought to you by Tavour. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That's craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to leave your seat. We are on to the NL East tonight, fellas. National League East is our second to last division. Next week, we wrap up with the NL West. Then the following week, we'll be talking about like the MVP, Cy Young, all the futures for individual awards. And then the season will be upon us that week. So
wait, man.
I'm looking forward to it. We got a couple more games of the opening round left in WBC. We will be moving on to the second round very shortly. With that being said, let's hop right into the NL East. Shall we? All right.
And some very highs and some very lows in this division.
Yes, this is a division where it may have the worst team and it may have the best team.
Yep.
A couple of the best teams, which is interesting. So we'll start bottom to top like we always do. First team, Washington Nationals. Their win total is at 59.5. To win the division plus 25,000. So you bet $10, you win a lot of money.
2,500 on $10, yeah.
Not more than that. You win 25,000.
No, that's if you bet 100, you'd win 25,000.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, 2,500. What do you think about the Nationals here?
This team's gonna be great in like 2025. They've got some fucking awesome prospects, but until then, they are just gonna absolutely suck. I mean, James Wood, Cade Cavalli, Elijah Green, Jeremy De La Rosa, like Susanna, all of these guys are going to be like great players eventually. But just looking at this roster right now, and they're going to struggle. Their pitching is going to struggle like it did last year. Hitting, I don't see it. I mean, I don't see it getting better.
I mean, Meneses he looks pretty good. Joey Meneses. Kybert Ruiz is a top prospect. Dominic Smith was once a top prospect.
I'd give Kybert probably the best bat on that team.
CJ Abrams, another. I mean, they got guys who were like, top prospects. And they got a lot in that Juan Soto trade. And one of the guys they got is Mackenzie Gore, who I was really high on last year. He pitched really well last year. And then he got hurt, right? Yeah. Which was huge. I do think that, I think Josiah Gray and Mackenzie Gore are two guys that I think can be top of the rotation type pitchers. Last year Josiah Gray, his ERA was a little inflated because he had one point, he had like a month and a half stretch where he looked like one of the best starters in baseball.
Yeah.
And then he kind of tailed off, but he does have good strikeout stuff. So he strikes a lot of guys out. His problem is if he's not locating his fastball, batters just sit on his changeup and just fucking rake it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be imperative that he fixes those issues. But I think this is an interesting team. Like I agree with you. I think they're a few years away. But I could, they might win 62 games, 63 games.
I mean, I just don't see them doing even 5 games better than last year. Where are you getting those 5 games?
Well, I think with a healthy Mackenzie Gore, Josiah Gray taking a step, right? I think those are two big key pieces. But again, like, you're hoping they take those steps. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, same with Patrick Corbin. Like, can he stay healthy enough to win you even 10 games?
Yeah, and Cade Cavalli, he's starting he has elbow discomfort, which isn't good.
Yeah.
But he's one of their top prospects. He was supposed to start the year in their rotation. Losing him for the year possibly, that's a huge huge blow. I mean, outside of Josiah Gray and Mackenzie Gore, like, I don't have any interest in watching this team pitch. No. I do think that they can hit the ball, though, with Meneses and CJ Abrams and Dominic Smith and Corey Dickerson.
Dominic Smith's not that great, though. I mean, just look at how they're doing preseason, and
I'm not gonna put a ton of weight into spring training.
Can't be too impressed with that.
I think this team isn't good, but 59.5 is very little wins, dude.
Yeah, but again, it's just where are they getting 5 more wins? I don't see it.
Yeah, in this division too, there it's tough. I'm not gonna play this. I lean the over just because it's too low.
Even if you look at, they came in last place in the division, so they're going to be playing the number 5 ranked teams of each division. And Cincinnati, I see taking all those games. The Rockies, I see taking all those games. The A's probably split. Kansas City, I see taking all those games. And Boston, I see taking all those games.
Yeah, I mean, this team isn't good. I'm not saying they're going to win the division, but I lean the over 59.5.
I'm going to go.
Dude, you're telling me they're going to lose 122 games? That's a lot of games.
They lost, 125 last year?
Yeah, but I think this team's a little better
107. So that would be 102.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 102 games.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Irv, about the Nationals?
Hopefully they can stay competitive. I would hope they can win over 59 games. But with the youth movement, they got the talent. They just need some type of pitching.
Yeah.
And like you said, you should expect these sorry teams to get a little better because they're going to be playing a last place schedule. and they don't have to face their division 18 times anymore. So
Yeah, that's a blessing for them because they don't have to face the Mets,
Yeah.
Braves, Phillies.
so I think they can go over, but I wouldn't be shocked if they went under. So, but
I
if
mean,
I had to
I think
bet,
I think their lineup is dog shit outside of like 3 guys,
yeah. So if I had to bet, oh yeah,
4 guys maybe.
it's MLB team. They're gonna win some games. It's not even if they're complete dog shit. They're gonna sneak up, beat some people they're not supposed to, and they're not the worst team in the majors. So they have talent. So yeah, I think they could go over.
Nah, they're probably the worst team.
They're probably the worst team in the league.
Man, I'm trying to give them some credit. Y'all just damn.
The only team that may be worse is the Rockies.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. But
A's.
Who?
Las Vegas.
Well, there's no team in Las Vegas, so
The A's.
nah, the A's aren't worse than the Nationals. Come on, dog. What are we doing here?
To be honest though, I cannot wait for James Wood to make the big team. This kid is fucking huge.
Yeah,
And
he's like-
he's playing
He's an
really,
A-ball,
really well.
bro.
What's that?
He's an A-ball.
I know. But he's what, like 6'5", 6'6"? Like 205. This guy is a monster.
Outfielder.
Yeah. Like he
He
let's see.
He was in the Juan
He was in
Soto
the
trade.
Soto trade, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like this kid is he's gonna be something.
Yeah, he's supposed to hit dingers, dude.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a power threat. So I mean, they got, like you said,
the
they got a
ways,
lot
though.
of young talent. I mean, it really blows that Caleb's Cavalli that has elbow discomfort,
Hmm.
because if he doesn't pitch this year, because I mean, dude, like their whole future is supposed to be Josiah Gray, Cade Cavalli, and Mackenzie Gore in the rotation, right? They're 3 starters. Not having him is a massive blow. It's kind of like the Tigers last year with when what's his face went down early, Casey Mize. Except Tigers were projected to be a lot better than the Nationals, but
Yeah.
I would have liked to see him and Mackenzie Gore and Josiah Gray healthy to see what kind of rotation they had going forward. And not having him, it sucks because Patrick Corbin, I mean, dude, that guy was awful last year.
Yep.
And then the rest of their rotation is just like career journeymen who are going to get knocked around and just eat innings.
Yep.
So
I was wrong on Woods' size. 6'7", 240. He's fucking huge.
it's like
And he's only
Aaron
20.
Judge.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's move on. So I lean over. None of us really have a solid play on the Nationals, though, I'd say.
I'm going under. I'm solidly behind that.
All right, so Ben likes the under for sure, under 59.5. All right. Let's move on to the Miami Marlins. Their win total is 75.5. They finished the year last year 69-93. We've talked plenty about their offensive woes last year. They do have Sandy Alcantara, who was the NL Cy Young. Traded away Pablo Lopez for Luis Arias from the Minnesota Twins. To win the division, plus 4,500. What do you guys think about the Marlins?
If they can have anywhere near a healthy offense and they hitters take some steps forward, basically Jazz Chisholm and what's the other dude that can hit 500-foot home runs? Him. They got Urias. He probably gonna hit what, second or third?
Yeah, he's probably gonna hit second or third. Soler.
So they got a shot, man. With that pitching staff, even losing Pablo Lopez, they still got a very good staff.
Oh, they got a great staff.
Yeah, they got a wonderful staff.
So I don't know. I expect them to surprise some folks this year. I definitely love them going over.
They do lose Max Meyer, who's one of their top prospects. He's out with Tommy John surgery. But they have Sixto Sanchez, who at one point was the best pitching prospect in all of baseball. He's kind of dealt with some injuries the last couple of years, but he's figuring to be back and ready for this season. Plus, they have Braxton Garrett, who ended the year pretty strong last year. he was up with the big league club. He's another nice lefty. I mean, and on top of that, I mean, this club just has dudes coming out their butt pitching in the minor leagues, bro. Like they're loaded with pitching talent, dude. It's incredible. So I mean, I'm not even worried about their rotation. Edward Cabrera last year was phenomenal at the end of the year. 3-pitch pitcher, elite stuff. I mean, this rotation is gonna go 5 deep. They might have the best starting rotation in all of baseball when all is said and done. Obviously, Jesus Luzardo has to stay healthy. I don't even think
has to stay healthy.
Who?
Guido.
But I don't even think Cueto's gonna. He'll start the year in the rotation, but he won't finish the year in the rotation.
Okay.
I think he's there until Sixto or Braxton Garrett comes up, and then they'll take that rotation spot. So he's kind of a fill in there. Trevor Rogers, he was awesome 2 years ago. Had a down year last year, but he was kind of up and down and hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be back healthy this year. This is a team, man, that I'm not joking when I say this, dude. I would not be shocked if this team won the division.
They just have to hit.
Yeah, because they were the worst hitting. They were the worst offense in all of baseball last year.
Yeah, they added Gene Segura too, right?
Yes, they did add Gene Segura.
And what's the dude that won the World Series MVP? He just got to stay healthy.
Who? Soler? Yeah, he was hurt last year. Yeah, I mean this team and Chisholm was hurt last year too.
Yeah.
So it's like if this team stays healthy, I mean I took a shot on them to win this division. I got it at like plus 46, 4,700. It's down to 4,500 now.
Yeah.
Like I know it's a tough division, dude. The Braves and the Mets are no joke, but with the Marlins pitching staff, and then you add a guy like Arise with a batting title, you get Jazz Chisholm healthy. You get Garrett Cooper healthy for the year, Jorge Soler for the year. You hope that Jesus Sanchez fucking figures out how to make contact, because when that guy makes contact, the ball goes out of the park.
Yeah.
So
and you can't get worse than 27th in average, 27 in OBP, 27 in OPS, 28th in runs, 24th in home runs,
dead last in WRC plus,
second in stolen bases. But you imagine that they're going to be better.
Yep, and hopefully they don't have Tanner Scott closing, because that motherfucker, he blew so many fucking games last year too. But that's because they had 1-run games. You know what I mean? It's hard to constantly win 1-run games.
They've got some good young guys coming up too, and Yiddy Cappy and Jose Salas.
Yeah, they got some nice guys coming up.
Yeah, trading Blade kind of threw me for a loop, but they got a good return for him.
Who is Yuri Perez? He's their top and overall ranked second in baseball. He's a pitcher, huh?
That's what I'm saying.
Another pitching.
Dude, they got pitchers just coming out of nowhere, but Yuri Perez, he's not going to be in the majors for a couple years.
Yeah, his ETA is 2024. Yeah, so they're saying next year.
But dude, they just reload with pitchers, man. It's incredible.
Well, at one point, this team did have Stanton, Yelich, and Marcell Ozuna, so
and didn't do anything.
Didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Damn, the Suns and Blue Jackets are tied 5-5.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Suns?
Sharks, I mean.
Oh.
That's crazy. All right, so Ben, are you over under 75?
I am over for Miami. What Washington doesn't win, Miami is. And I see them getting 6 more wins than last year.
What do you think, Irv?
Over.
Yeah, I'm over too. I like this over. And like I said, I sprinkled a little on them to win the division. I know it's a long shot.
4,500, you might as well.
Yeah, I know it's a long shot, but with the pitching they have, I think they could definitely do it. All right, let's move on to the Philadelphia Phillies, who represented the NL in the World Series last year. They won 87 games, caught fire at the end of the year. Their win total is only 2.5 games better, 89.5. That's even after adding everything they added this year. I shouldn't really say everything because they didn't really sign a whole lot of shit, but they added Trey Turner, obviously, and then they added Gregory Soto from the Tigers, the closer. And obviously, we remember the Phillies had major bullpen issues last year. It was a huge, huge question mark. So, and they also added Taiwan Walker. What's your guys' thoughts on Philly here? 89.5 wins, 3-1 to win the division, plus 300.
Or if you want to go at this, you want me to?
You go first.
They lost a lot of fucking pitching. I mean, I know they brought a few guys in, but they lost a lot of pitching.
They lost like mid guys.
Yeah, a lot of mid guys, but even then, losing. Let's see, you lost Effin, Gibson, Syndergaard, just as your starters, and then relief: David Robertson, Brad Hand, Davinsky, Newble. Like it's just that's a lot to replace. Adam Nola, Zach Wheeler, just getting a year older. I do like the Walker, but I'm worried about the
So out of the
pitching
pitching,
and the
who would you
lower.
say was the biggest loss?
What's that?
Out of the pitching, who was the biggest loss? The bullpen guys? I know they lost Brad Hand, right?
Yeah, they lost Brad Hand.
Kind of washed though. I don't think they really lost anything, to be honest. And what they did lose, they gained. Like Gregory Soto is an upgrade over anybody they lost in the bullpen.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then on the starting pitcher side, I mean, Taiwan Walker is an upgrade over anyone they lost as a starting pitcher.
I think one of the biggest losses too is going to be Harper for the majority of the year.
Yeah, he's out for probably half the year.
Yeah.
I do think, like, my biggest concern about the Phillies is,
did they strike lightning in the bottle and just get hot?
Exactly. And will Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola like continue the years they had last year, or will they like kind of regress back to what they were before? And Taiwan Walker last year, remember, he started the year very hot in the first half, 2.55 ERA, 2.260 WOBA, but then the second half of the year he really struggled, 4.8 ERA, 334 WOBA.
What's WOBA?
Weighted on base average.
Oh, there you go.
So
and they added the great Craig Kimball.
Yeah, which, I mean, he didn't even make the Dodgers playoff roster.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of a signing where it's like, okay, maybe this guy can find himself a little bit, but I still think like outside of Nola and Nola and Wheeler, their starting pitching is pretty suspect. And will Nola and Wheeler be better? Nola last year, I mean, he was great 3 times through the order. After that, he fell apart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and remember, Zach Wheeler is often injured. Last year was like the first year he stayed healthy. So can we rely on Zach Wheeler, 32 years old, going to be 33 here soon, to continue what he did last year?
Yeah, they're going to depend on him big time.
Yep. I mean, their offense is stout. They're like the antithesis of the Marlins.
Yep. They got some good young guys coming up in Hoskins and Bohm. They're going to be fun to watch over the years. And probably Marsh as well.
No, Marsh is already up, dude. He sucks.
Well, I know, but I mean, he's got some potential. He's been up for how many years?
2. He's a good defensive outfielder, but he can't hit, bro. And then
I mean, he's hit 300 basically.
No, yeah.
Oh, sorry. OBP 300. Why did my tab just crash? That fucking bitch.
I was gonna say that dude is so mid, bro.
Yeah.
The only reason why they went out and traded for him last year was because Bryce Harper couldn't play in the field.
Yeah. Still, I'm not I'm somewhat of a fan of Marsh.
He's a good defensive outfielder. I'll give him that. Bringing in Trey Turner, I think that's a nice addition. But again, this is a team that they got to pitch. We know they're going to hit the ball. Can they pitch? That's the biggest question.
Yep. I don't see them going on a crazy run like they did last year.
Neither do
Well, I
I.
bet they over under probably is what 88.
89.5.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I like it under.
I'm an under.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got them right at like 88, 89 wins.
No Bryce Harper for the first half of the year.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough part. I put them at probably, fighting for number 3 in the division.
I mean, that's
With
where
Miami?
they're projected number 3.
Yeah, I think Miami's going to be a lot better than that 75.5 though. So
Yeah, I like the Phillies.
I think
under.
that's going to be a close run.
All right, let's move on to the New York Metropolitans. 94.5 wins is their win total, and they're plus 140 to win the division. So them and the Braves basically the same number to win the division. What do you guys think about this team here?
They lost a lot of pitching.
But they did have Verlander.
They did add old man Verlander.
Yeah.
And and could losing DeGrom be addition by subtraction?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but they did. They lost Chris Bassett too.
Yeah,
they lost 4 of their starting pitchers.
That's the Bassett one, in my opinion, is the one
Yeah.
that's gonna hurt them the most, dude.
I think Walker is going to hurt them as well.
But Bassett was like consistent throughout the year.
Yeah.
8
Just saying
innings.
as well there.
Max Scherzer, he really, ever since that playoff run with the Dodgers, he's kind of hit a wall. He got hurt last year, came back from injury, and like he was good for 2 starts, and then we really saw him hit a wall. That's a major concern for me going forward because he's almost 40 years old, 39 years old he'll be this year. Second half of last season, 2.36 ERA, but the last month of the season is where he like really tailed off. I don't know. Your 2 best starters are almost 40.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just a lot of question marks in your rotation. Your lineup's good.
Yeah, we know they're gonna hit.
Yeah, lineup's great. It's probably one of the best hitting infields in all of baseball.
Yeah, I mean you got a really nice lineup. Your bullpen is good. Now, is Edwin Diaz gonna have the season he had last year? I doubt it.
Maybe not.
Well, his MO is every other year he pitches well. if you look at his career. So, I'm not as high on the Mets as a lot of people. I actually like them under 94.5.
Mm.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say they're gonna miss the playoffs.
Sheesh.
I would love to see that just because it's the Mets and how much money they've spent.
But
that's like the $1
the
billion in the last
and that's
2 years.
that's the thing, Ben, is like spending a gazillion dollars in baseball has never worked.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And this is a team that's pretty thin.
Yeah.
Like, look at their rotation, dude. You're telling me a starting rotation of Verlander, Scherzer, Senga, Carlos Carrasco, and Drew Peterson is going to win a division?
Nah.
I don't know, bro.
Mm-mm.
Senga's coming over
all a
from
year
Japan. And who knows? Senga could be like he could be this like elite pitcher, dude. Who knows? Yeah. But it just worries me that Verlander and Scherzer and remember Verlander got hurt at the end of last year. So how many games are we actually projecting Scherzer and Verlander?
You got shelled in a couple of those playoff starts too.
Yep.
Yeah. Scherzer 40. Verlander 40. Scherzer almost 39. Senga 30. Carrasco 36. And Peterson 27.5. That's an old lineup.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. And even look at their lineup, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone's over 30 or will be 30 except for Pete Alonso.
Their bullpen's pretty old too. A couple 29-year-olds, but
yep. Yeah, I'm under on the New York Mets.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're gonna Met and I could see them missing the playoffs. And it's gonna be so awesome.
yeah. Agreed.
They in Queens, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you see the? It was on Reddit today. They showed a video of was a newscast where they were talking about the Mets, and they put up the what's the mascot's name? Mr. Met.
Mr. Met.
Yeah. They put up a couple pictures of him, and one of them had his dong sticking out, like it was a cartoon picture of Mr. Met, and it had his dong sticking out.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, oh, good job, intern, for catching that one before putting it on there.
Oh
Man.
my goodness. All right, so Irv, you over under on the Mets 94.5.
I'm under.
Ben, you're under too?
Lost too much
Yep.
pitching. You can't depend on hitting all year.
I mean, like I said, dude, this guy Senga from Japan, he could be really good. Who knows?
Too many question marks for
Yeah,
me.
way too many question marks in the rotation.
But
All
damn,
right.
that offense is good.
Yeah, the offense is good. Offense is good, but they're old,
Yeah.
so injuries could be a thing. All right, Braves won this division last year at the end of the year. 96.5 wins and plus 135 to win this division. Won 101 games last year. What do you think about this team?
I got them winning 98.
98, huh?
That puts them over.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them over. They did lose some pitching, but losing Kenley Jansen and Jake Odorizzi and
Dansby Swan. Oh, I'm sorry, not pitching, but
yeah, but they lost Dansby, so they got to replace him. But I think they'll be all right.
Yeah. My concern is the back of their rotation. Like their fifth starter. But you got Max Fried, Kyle Wright, Charlie Morton, and Spencer Strider, and three of those guys, and Strider, Wright, and Fried, young guys and
Damn near
studs.
Cy Young candidates.
Yep, absolute studs. Their lineup, I think losing Swanson does hurt. However, you get Ozzy Albies back this year, who was hurt last year. And then Vaughn Grissom, I mean, he came on the scene and looked great last year. So if he can continue where he left off, I don't think they'll even miss a beat or even miss Dansby Swanson. I think getting Sean Murphy is a huge addition at catcher. More so because he's a great defensive catcher.
Yep. And he plays damn near every game. He played 148 games last year.
Yeah, he probably is the best defensive catcher in baseball. So I mean, they're not really relying on him to go out there and hit home runs, but I do think having the talent around him is going to benefit his bat, because like last year in Oakland, he didn't have anybody protecting him in front or behind him, right? So I think that's going to be huge. I do I like the Braves over 96.5. I think they're the best team in this division, hands down.
Mm-hmm. They just need to stay healthy.
They've
been hit with the injury woes every single year.
Yeah, it seems like they always get a bad one. But I mean, they won a World Series even when their best player got hurt.
Agreed.
And I also expect Acuna to bounce back this year too. I expect them to have a big year again.
Mm-hmm.
The Acuna that we're accustomed to. Austin Riley, he had a nice like first 2/3 of the year and then kind of tailed off at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Olson got started hot, but I think the shift rules are going to benefit a guy like Matt Olson more than anybody. I actually took a shot on Matt Olson to win the MVP this year.
Okay. I mean, I can see it. I can definitely see it.
We'll talk about that more when we talk about the MVPs, but yeah, I like Matt Olson this year. I think the shift rules are definitely going to benefit him, because that dude is a guy that, bro, he hits like 110 mile an hour fucking grounders, bro.
Yeah. Now, their bullpen. Are we worried?
No.
No.
I think
know
getting
you got Minter.
like they went out and got Rossiel Iglesias last year because they didn't trust Kenley Jensen.
Yeah.
AJ Minter, nice piece.
Yep.
Colin McHugh, nice. I think they'll be. I think they'll be.
No
All right.
McHugh, so
Lucas Lukey from the New York Yankees. If he could bounce back to where he was 2 years ago, that could be a nice addition. But again, like they're not relying on him. It's just like that's more of a if he does bounce back, it's a benefit.
Okay.
Plus, the Braves can always go out and make an addition.
Yeah. Again, great offense.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good one.
Just sucks that like they got Husker and Noah and Tyler Matzik both got Tommy John surgery, so that's a massive blow.
So they're saying 96.5, which is 5 games less than last year.
Yeah. I think they're gonna go over that. I know losing Dansby sucks, but you get Ronald Acuna another year off the knee surgery, so he should be like fully healthy. You added Sean Murphy.
He's looked good in the WBC too.
Yep. Michael Harris is only gonna be better. Should be better. Rookie of the year last year. And like I said, Vaughn Grissom looked really nice when he came up.
Harris wasn't rookie of the year last year.
Yeah, he was.
Huh.
Yep. Rookie of the year, Michael Harris. It should have been Spencer Strider, but they don't give it to pitchers for some reason.
Yeah.
Which is something to keep in mind for this year's Futures Rookie of the Year. They do not give it to pitchers, so don't even bet on. Don't waste your money on pitchers. I don't know what a pitcher got to do after Strider. I mean, Strider had like a gazillion strikeouts, bro.
They gotta hit home runs too.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so we're all over on the Braves.
Yeah, I've got 3 unders, so that means 2 have to go over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a conviction on the Nationals, dude. Like, I just think 59.5 is really low. Like, I would not play that. That's really low.
You gotta make a pick though.
If I had to make a pick, I'm going over 59.5. Think they're gonna win like 60-61.
Could happen. I don't see it though.
I don't know. I don't see it either. That's a tough one, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So what's our best bets from this division? Ben?
I'm gonna go Miami over 75.5 and Philly under 89.5.
Marlins over 75.5, Philly under 89.5. All right. Irv?
Braves over, Marlins over.
ATL over 96.5. Miami over 75.5. I'm going to go, if I could get odds on the Mets to miss the playoffs, I would definitely take it. But I'm going to go under 94.5 New York Mets. Now I'm going to take Miami to win the division at plus 4,500.
So you have Miami winning the division. Well, but you also said Atlanta's probably going to win the division. Best team in the division.
I think Atlanta's the best team in the division. But I think for the odds,
yeah,
Miami is I think it's the best value because
yeah.
I could see them winning the division. Although I don't think it's going to happen.
Where do you guys have the division rankings? Who's 1 all the way down to 5? Or 5 all the way up to 1?
All right, so I'm going to go Nats, Philly, Mets, Marlins, Braves.
Okay. Irv?
He stole my thunder.
Okay, I'm just a little bit off. I'm Nats, Philly, Miami, Mets, Atlanta. So we're switching those 2 and 3.
And again, the Mets have a great lineup.
Hmm.
They got 2 Hall of Famers in their starting rotation.
And I mean, I still see them in second place, but they're not going to get 94.5 wins. I see them getting like 88. And even with 88, Miami can get 85 and still be above that,
Yep.
well above their 75 and a half.
I just see this scenario playing out where the Mets just get throttled with injuries, dude, and just really struggle all year.
Huh.
And like I've seen this movie too many times with teams that try to buy championships.
Pay everything, yep.
So I can't, with my own conscience. And like, dude, we saw last year, dude, the Mets looked like the best team for like all but 1 month, dude. They just fell apart and didn't win the division, bro.
Let's see, and who are the Mets going to be playing at that number 2 rank? Why did my fucking tabs keep crashing? Let's pull up another one.
It's the win, brethren.
Yeah, I thought we were past that.
Yeah, I could pull up their whole schedule right now.
Let's see. So the second place teams, you're going to be playing the Blue Jays, the White Sox, the Mariners, the Brewers, and the Padres.
Yeah,
That's going to be tough in that number 2 spot.
They open their season against the Marlins too. And then they go Brewers, and then they play the Marlins again, and then they got to play the Padres, and then they get to play the A's, and then the Dodgers. They have a West Coast road trip. They go A's, Dodgers, Giants, and then they come back home and play the Nats, Braves. Then they go to Detroit and play the Tigers, and they come back home and play the Rockies.
Ah, son of a bitch.
What?
I just looked at next week's over-under, and I'm half a game under on my Giants bid.
What do you mean?
I was going to have them as a 500 team, and their over-under is 81 and a half, so I'm going to have to go under. They're only winning 81.
Probably going to win like 72, but the only thing working in their favor is the Rockies might be the worst team in baseball.
Yeah.
The Mets actually have a good start to the year schedule, but dude, their second half of the year is brutal, bro.
Yeah.
They go Padres, Dodgers, White Sox, Red Sox, Yankees, Nationals, Royals, Orioles, Cubs, Braves, Pirates, Cardinals, Braves, Angels, Rangers, Mariners, Nationals, Twins, Mets, or Diamondbacks, sorry, Reds, Marlins, Phillies, Marlins, close the year with the Phillies.
Yeah. It's going to be rough.
Yep. They don't get to play the Nationals 17 times this year. All right, so just to recap, Ben, Marlins over 75.5, Phillies under 89.5 for his 2 best bets. Irvin's going Atlanta over 96.5, Miami over 75.5, and then I'm going under 94.5 on the Mets, and then Miami to win the division plus 4,500. I like it.
There we go.
All right, thank you everybody for joining us for the NLE show. Next week we have the NL West. We'll be breaking it down. Giants, Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks. It's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a good one.
Vision of the best team in baseball.
Not this year though. Not this
probably
year.
probably might not be this year, but we're a well-oiled machine. But we're setting up for a major comeback in 2024.
Unfortunately, we're talking about 2023.
That's fine.
Thank you everybody
I'm
for
still gonna bring up 2024.
All right. Thank you everybody for joining us. We appreciate you hanging out with us. We'll be back Sunday. We'll be talking more WBC, talking some NCAA recap, talking some NHL, NBA, a little bit of everything, some XFL. We'll
Some
see.
MLS.
Nah, fuck the MLS, man. No one gives a shit about the MLS. Hopefully every favorite in the XFL doesn't cover this week again.
Woo, they got busy last week.
It's probably going to be all dogs this week. Watch. So we'll see.
Damn it.
What happened?
Columbus just won, but in overtime, so we got a point.
I know.
Columbus got 2, which is a good thing, but San Jose got another point.
Y'all can't even take.
Well, bro, we have
Well,
like
Blackhawks won, so y'all be all right.
we have like the most overtime losses in fucking NHL. I feel like
Yeah.
But you still getting points though.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
it's
Bedard
terrible.
headed to LA, baby.
13 overtime points now.
Bedard's not going to LA, man. Thank you everybody for joining us, man. We appreciate y'all. Tap in with us on Sunday. We'll be back. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy March Madness. Let's go.